Mighty McCardamus. This week's art video is digital art. So Art Fight begins next month, and I've been meaning to make new reference sheets for a lot of my characters. This is my troll Sona. So I thought maybe would work on this sheet in video. We've got the sketch here. Maybe I should save the sketch actually to another thing, because I'm going to end up deleting this sketch, because I think I don't know how likely it is that you're watching this channel without having seen my art before. Anyway, that's saved separately. But my art is typically lineless. I just have the sketch and then we colour. I have a reference image in another little window, and I don't know if y'all can see that. I don't think you can, because I think when I record this way, it only records this window. It doesn't do all the windows. I almost forgot to add the horns, which I think is a little bit funny. I wish I could move this little thing, because it's kind of in the way there. There we go. Now we have the colours. I've been meaning to do a whole bunch of new ref sheets for a while. And I want to draw, and then I sit down and I just can't get myself to focus on it. So I was hoping that if I was recording and chatting, maybe I would get it done. But also my hands just don't feel the most steady at the moment, so thank you, stabilizer. There we go. I think it's been a while since I last drew my Mindsona too, so you know what, my Mindsona deserves just a little bit of love. This is the first colour of the 3 stripes. I think I should also do a few full body images of them in different clothing, because I think that would be fun. You know, why not? Because maybe people want to draw the character but aren't too fussed on the clothing. Or I could just have it in the rules about the character that you can come up with new outfits for them. That wouldn't be a bad thing. That would actually be really fun to see if anyone does come up with new outfits for them. I should put that on all my characters, really. This needs to be more of a yellow, doesn't it? Because it blends in too much with the middle orange. There we go. And then I've been using this dry gouache brush. I think it's one of the ones that comes with Clip Studio. And then just layering it over and putting it down, because it adds a nice little bit of texture to it. See? I think we don't want to add too much shading, because that would make it too complicated. It's a ref sheet, you know. You don't really want lots of layers of shading. I don't typically draw my Mindsona, my troll Sona with earrings either, but I think they would wear gold earrings. Like more gold jewellery to match their orange accents. There we go. And then we can add a little bit of shine. We're not adding too much shading, but a little bit of shine is fine. There. Actually, let me just... There we go. Add just a little bit of dimension to that. I don't really care if people don't get the colours exact, if I'm honest. Like it's not that big of a deal. So the hair, they have teal blood, and I think would have more of a green tint to the hair, because it's not obviously just flat black, because I find black is one of the hardest things to shade when it comes to colour. I'll add some notes around the character too, so people know some little bits of things that will help them with colouring the character. You know, that's the whole idea of a ref sheet. So if someone's looking at it and wanting to draw the character, it makes it easier. I need to sneeze. Part of why I have been struggling to draw is not only the focus thing, but the fact my wrist has been hurting a lot more. Like it just, previously, when my wrist was first starting to have problems, it was like, this doesn't interrupt my drawing, but now it's kind of interrupting my drawing a little bit more, and it's very annoying. Like it interrupts in that I can't apply too much pressure, or it hurts. But if I don't apply too much pressure, it's fine. I just have to be a little bit more mindful. I missed a tiny little spot. I am having thoughts, because I want to have it so people can colour pick, but you wouldn't want to colour pick just directly from the image. So we'll do it on this layer maybe. So you can, that's the hair, and that's the darkest note of the hair. And then the lightest note of the hair, let me finish colouring the hair so I can find that out myself. Duplicate. The hair is obviously meant to be black, but nothing is ever just flat black. There's always like undertones and things to it. So the highlight to the hair would be this colour. And then let me switch to pencil. Here. Cool. And then this is the hair. Let's add some darker notes to that hair, so you can really understand that it's a braid even without the line art. That's it. Translate. Need it to be a little more blended. Duplicate layer. This brush I'm using, it's Cherry's Paint. I think I got that through Clip Studio in the store. Don't think it cost anything, but it's a brush that I really like for colouring, obviously. There. That'll do. Ugh. I say ugh because my hand just hurts. Ugh. But I really want to do this drawing. We should add the colour colours for the orange. Pencil. Horns. No, wait. There we go. Now let's add a little bit of texture. Oop, wrong way. Oop. Oh, that's Lily meowing in the other room. I don't know if she's meowing just to meow because she wants outside or because she has toy mice. She's just sprinted into the room. Do you have a toy mouse? I got them a whole bunch of new toy mice, and those arrived today. And Lily was playing with one before, so I don't know if she's found the ones in the other room and is playing with them or not. I didn't really expect Lily to like them as much as she does, but it's good that she does like them, I think. Right, the braid. Yeah, I can't colour pick when it's so small in the other image. We'll just colour pick it from there. Doesn't really matter what colour hair tie you put in the hair. Okay, let's do the face. First we'll do the eyebrows. Blonk. I'm always pretty lazy when it comes to eyebrows because I think they're a detail that people don't really spend a lot of time looking at. Okay, now the skin. So the skin is grey, you know, it's a troll sona, so they're a troll. Switch to that pen. You can only see one of their eyes from this angle. Would make sense if I coloured the shirt before the face, but, you know, let's do this the difficult way, why not? It makes sense to me. I don't know if I've done any videos where I just talk through the colouring of a whole picture, so if I haven't, and it's something that interests you, I hope this is interesting to you. It's just for you. There, the flat skin colour, we'll put the skin there. Scroll over a little bit so we can see it. Let's lock the hair and horn layer for now, just because I don't want to accidentally ruin it. Okay, and then the freckles. Ooh, I'm already on the freckles brush when I switch to that tab. How fun. Splatter them all over. It's fine. We'll blend it and bluff it. Duplicate layer. Switch back to dry gouache. Smush it a little bit. Darken. There we go. You obviously want to have it under the chin here, so you can tell where the jaw is, and here, because that's where the tendon of the throat kind of is, here, in the ear. Here, because there's usually a bit of shadow under the hairline, and on the eyebrow ridge, and around the front of the eye here. And then switch to cherries paint, Blanc. Under here again, jaw, yeah, I'm liking that. Let me colour pick, so I can add that to the hair, the skin, and the freckles would just be kind of this kind of colour. And now let's add some of those freckles again, because they need to be a little bit darker. Now this character has teal blood, and your skin tends to be affected a little bit by the colour of your blood underneath it, I find. So, I'm having a brain fart here. Duplicate layer, back to Cherry's paint. On the brows where the blush would be, here at the front of the socket, on the tip of the nose, top of the ear, you know, just a little bit to show through. See, like that. Lily is completely going nuts. Okay, and then we'll add that a little bit to the skin tone. We'll put it up here, I think, actually. Give me my pencil again. Skin. Nope. Uppercase. Skin. Cool. And now let's focus on those eyeballs. So the eye, this is a troll, so the eye white isn't white. So it would match it to this one here. We'll put the eye colour on the other side, I think. So over here, eye colour. And then a little ridge of colour here. Shade it down. Grab that. Add it here. Cool. And then I like to make the pupil of the eye on trolls be their blood colour but darkened. Like nearly black but not quite black. I just think it looks a little bit nicer. There. And then we'll add that here. And that is the eye. And then let's add some eyelashes just to be pretty about it. Nope. Aradia, I think, is one of my favourite trolls to draw because I just think drawing her to look very, very pretty is very fun. Eyes. I do actually like this little portrait, so maybe I'll save it and do a finished drawing with just the headshot. Dunno. We have to draw the mouth now. Okay, so the mouth I usually do a dark kind of grey colour. Let me make it easier and do that. Bloop. Thank you. Now the teeth would be white, obviously. But honestly, most people don't have white teeth. So let me merge that layer down. Duplicate. Switch to Cherry's paint. Add a little bit of yellow. I feel like it works better if you've got a person that's got a regular skin colour, but you know, most people don't have just flat white or flat yellow teeth. I mean, maybe some people have flat white teeth or flat yellow teeth, you know, kind of depends on their circumstances, but most people are some kind of middle shade, I think. There. Now we can merge that with the hair. Deselect, colour pick that, add that in its own little circles. Kind of blends in with the black background, doesn't it? That's the mouth. I kind of like the headshot. Oh, my mouse, I didn't use it for a while, so now it's stopped working. I kind of like the way it looks just like that, so I think I'm gonna grab that, copy and paste. Oh, there we go. I'll just keep that separate. I like this little bit. Ooh, it's so small on the canvas, isn't it? Yeah. I'll probably add more stuff around here. Notes or something, I don't know. I was going to add a note about the head. I can't remember what it was now. I don't remember. Right, let's colour their shirt now. So the shirt is grey. Right, I turned the stabilization down a little bit. I need that. There we go. Let's be lazy and use that. There's a little spot mist here. Cool. Wait, let me add this base colour here. That's the base colour of the shirt. Switchy switchy. Dry gouache, my beloved. Adds a little bit of texture. Love some texture. And then, no, not the button I was looking for. Duplicate. I like doing duplicate because then I can mush a bunch of paint onto this layer and then kind of dull it down a little bit so it's not too contrasted. Kind of depends on exactly what the lighting is and what I'm colouring, on how much contrast I want and how much I dull it down. So, see? And then colour pick that and add that to here. Shirt. And then they do in fact have a symbol on their shirt. And that matches their hair tie. So we'll add that. We'll use the pencil. What's my stabilization on the pencil? Turn that up a little bit. Yeah. Triangle. I need you out of the way. There we go. That'll do, I guess. And then we'll add that, and we'll draw the little triangle so people know what the symbol is without the hair covering it. There. Black. There. Let me turn the stabilization down a little bit again. It's hard to write when the stabilization is too high. Flat chested. Because I don't want people drawing this character with titties. No titties. I will be very sad if you draw them with titties. I think I need to draw their arms before I can do the skirt. I have so much stuff sitting on top of my monitor. It's distracting. Anyway. Should I make these a little bit bigger? Lasso. Like, are those just a little bit... Sorry. Are those just a little bit too small? Can people read it? I mean, I guess if you're saving this ref sheet to be able to draw the character, you can zoom in. But it's a ref sheet, I want it to be helpful. Oh, wrong button. Maybe eventually I'll have it as an option so people can commission me to do ref sheets, but I think I need to do a lot of practice making reference sheets, which I guess I will be getting, and hopefully making reference sheets for a lot more of my characters, because they need it. I really like this drawing so far, though. My lovely Trollsona. I am stroking the screen. You cannot see it, but I am stroking the screen. Akira's giving me a disgusted look. Oh, Lily's asleep at my feet now. I guess she's finished going loopy. Okay. I was just trying to motivate myself to do the hands, honestly. I don't think I need to note anything about the skin now, because, you know, I've already done the notes on the skin. Hate hands. Who doesn't hate hands? For me, it's mostly since my art is lineless, I want to always make sure it's clear what the hands are doing. And since the hands are all skin, sometimes it can be a little bit hard to make it clear where things are. Guess I could put some funky gloves on every single character ever to do that, but no, we'll just refine the style a bit better. There we go. Now we want freckles. Because obviously you don't just have freckles on your face and neck, you'd have them on your entire body. I don't have as many freckles as my Trollsona does. I have some freckles on my arms. I was looking at my arms as if y'all could also see that, but you can't. You can only see the screen. Right, so then we want just a little bit of this. Honestly, how you colour the skin kind of depends on your art style. Like, I'm sure if I didn't do the way I did, going and doing that to get the shoulder highlights would be fine. Like, yeah, that is how that looks, but that's not how I do things. What I do is I do this, I use the saturated version of it, and then I smooth it down a little bit like that. Okay. Now I need the darkest tone of their skin. Duplicate again. I use clipping layers a lot. They are my bestest pal. Thank you, clipping layers, for existing. You are my favourite. Fingers. Gotta make sure you know where the fingers are. That's the top of the forearm, here, there, and that is the thumb. That is the knuckles. I mean, not, is that what those are called, the knuckles? I think so, I don't know. Do I look like someone who knows anatomy? For I think as an artist, you're expected to know a certain degree of anatomy. A little bit of shading. You can see I missed a tiny little spot there. But you know what, that is fine. No one will be looking that closely. And if they are looking that closely, then I will be sad. Actually, no, you can look as closely as you want. But if you see mistakes while you're looking that closely, then, shush. Yeah, that works. Upwards. There we go. Sorry, Troll Sona, but you don't get fingernails. I don't want to draw them. Okay, and then clipping layer again. Let's add some texture over this. Because obviously you want texture. Oh la la, look who has texture. Now the skirt. Let me save this. Right. The skirt. Let's start with the waistband. So, the waistband. The waistband has a couple of buttons here. I need a goldy colour. A couple of buttons, like that. So we want those here. And then behind the buttons, there are the little slitties that the buttons go through. I put that on the wrong layer. Of course I did. Of course I did. And then the little slitty that go behind the button. And then this for the little panel. Because that overlaps. And that's, you know, that's where the front claspy thing is. A little bit too dark, isn't it? Let's make it this grey colour instead so you can actually see the button details. And flatten that. And then the waistband itself is this colour. There. Actually that's a little bit too dark, isn't it? Do I want it to be this dark? I don't know. Let's make the base of the waistband be that colour, but then have a little bit of darkness over top of it. There, that'll work. Thank you. There. And then I want some texture thrown over the whole thing, thank you. Yay. And then I guess we better add a note on here. Nope. No. Waist band. There we go. Now we can do the skirt. And the skirt is very easy. It's just a big old flowing blob. This is kind of similar to how I would probably draw Kenyaya. Is that how it's pronounced? I don't know. That her skirt. I should really draw her. I haven't drawn her in a while. Her and Rose. Because they're so cute. I love them. Yeah, that's the colour of the skirt. We'll put it on this side. And duplicate layer. Get ourselves a nice dark colour to do the shading. Because then that shows where the folds of the skirt are. Obviously we're going to do a few layers, because this is just very messy. But that is fine. I'm allowed to do messy. Dull it down. Add that. Shank you up. Duplicate again. Get ourselves a darker colour. Let's see how that looks. See, and then we want to see where it needs firmed up so you can understand where the folds are without having the sketch. Because that's the whole idea. You need to know where the folds are. There we go. Dull that down again. There. And I think that's the last colour we'll add to here. I'm not really too concerned about accuracy, because it's a character. Sometimes things are slightly different. This is just kind of a base thing. If people want to draw this character and get things slightly off, it's like it's not really a big deal. Oh, it's only one skirt. There we go. Like, for me, I don't really care about... If people draw my characters, I'm grateful for it, and if they get a few small details wrong, it's fine. I'm only going to be really bothered if they do it in a way that's meant to be hurtful or misinterprets the character in a big way. Like, if you drew my Trollsona with giant titties, obviously I'm going to be kind of hurt by that. Or if I have a character who's a character of colour and you draw them white, then there's no way that you're doing that in good faith. I was thinking of having them have bright red shoes. Don't know if I want to stick with that idea or not. Because it kind of... If you look down here on the colour wheel, a lot of their colours are in this range, and red is right across from there. So maybe I'm going to go with this, because it's almost across, but it's not completely across. Yeah. Shoesies. I guess we'll put the shoe colours here. I need another layer. Shoes on 2 different layers, thank you. I didn't add any texture to the skirt, did I? You know, I think it looks fine without the texture, because it gives the idea that it's kind of more silken and flowing. I need a little bit of a darker colour for this. Because it's the shoe that's a little bit behind. There you go. And then the bottom of the shoe. Duplicate layer for a moment, add a little bit of that to show where the dimensions are. There you go. That is one shoe done. Add that there. No, too dark. There we go. That colour. I like that. Okay. To show where the top of the toesies are. I think I want to add a bit of bright so you can really see the contrast against the shoe behind it. Because I want to be able to tell that those are two different shoes. There we go. And then a between layer so I can add the bottom of the shoe. Right here. And then obviously I still need the sketch to colour in the other portrait, but I think for this video we're only going to do one of them, because I don't think we have time to sit here. I mean, we do, but I don't want to. I mean, maybe some of y'all would appreciate a nearly 2-hour video of me colouring in two different portraits, but I don't know how much that's wanted, so I'm not going to do that. But if you would want 2 hours of me colouring in, then I will happily post that. I just have to know it's something wanted. Boots. So I hope y'all have enjoyed watching the process of colouring in this character, and I will see you in the next one. Ta-ta!